G'day everyone, I'm going to show you how to put Steam Link onto a Raspberry Pi. And one thing that you do need to know is that I highly recommend using an Ethernet cable connected to the Raspberry Pi to your router. I do not recommend using the built-in Wi-Fi module. A lot of other people have said that same problem. So if you're planning to use your Raspberry Pi with its Wi-Fi module, I wouldn't recommend doing this. So let's get to it. First off, to navigate to whatever you're using to search and type in Raspberry Pi Imager. You'll be able to come to the first link, which takes you to the raspberrypi.org/software, and you'll be able to download the Raspberry Pi Imager for your selected OS. I'm using Windows for this example, so I use Windows. And you download it. You start the Raspberry Pi Imager, which you've downloaded. You select the operating system. Select the first one, which is the Raspberry Pi OS. Then you choose the SD card. I already have my SD card connected. Select that, and I'm going to select right. Yes, that is all cool with me. I hit no. Give it some time, and it's going to write it. The benefit of using the Imager is just the fact that it downloads the latest image, and you also have an option of other images if you wish to select from them, rather than having to download each one each time. Once that's done, what you got to do is take out the SD card, put it into the Raspberry Pi, put some power onto the Raspberry Pi, HDMI out into a monitor, add on a keyboard, and if you want, you can also add on a mouse, and then you start it up. It'll start up once you actually put in the USB power and it's being powered. Just remember that the first load, it actually does take a while for it to load up, so just be patient with it. And then eventually you'll get to a screen, something like this. Cool, so once your Raspberry Pi is started up, which you can probably hear mine whirling in the corner, what I want you to do on the screen, it takes a little while for it to start up. You probably want to just select through all this really boring stuff. Okay, even though I am using Ethernet when I have this device connected downstairs, I'm currently using it on its Wi-Fi, which is fine because I'm just going to want to get some updates for it. So you're going to want to sign into your Wi-Fi, or now you're going to want to click Ctrl-Shift-T, or you can just click this little terminal image up here. So you're going to want to open up the terminal, then you're going to want to type sudo apt update -y, so we add on the flag so it just says yes to all the updates if you want. Otherwise you're going to have to be pressing Y, and sudo apt full upgrade -y. Cool, so that's going to do all the updates, and then it's going to do a full upgrade, and then you're going to want to restart the device is recommended, and that's just going to take a little while. Awesome, now that the updates are done, we can install it with sudo apt install Steam Link. Press enter, and that will install Steam Link. So what you can do now, you can either come up here to the menu, and you'll see a games option, and you can click Steam Link, or alternatively, you can just stay in here, type in Steam Link. Sweet. It's going to do a few more downloads. So it's just updating and opening everything up for you for the first time. Press Y, and then press enter. Press return to continue, so I do. Press return to continue. It's just telling you where it wants to put it. Awesome, looks like Steam Link is opening up for us. That's really sweet. So that's for Steam games from your computer with Steam. So we're going to open up Steam on our home computer that we are going to be streaming from. We're going to want to go all the way down to the settings, and we're going to want to click enable remote play. And once you can do that, you can see I've already paired up one device, which is downstairs, and the 2 times I was testing the one I was doing the video with, which is awesome. You can see there are a few settings there, but pretty much that's all you need to do. Now you need to keep Steam running because, again, the game is running off your PC, and then it is being streamed to the Steam Link. So now what we're going to do is make it auto start with sudo, and then I'm going to use vi as my editor. I'm going to do /etc. Awesome. Then it is xdg/lxsession /lxde-pi /autostart. Press enter, go all the way to the end. For me, then I press O to go add a new line, and I'm adding a new line at the end. It's going to be at steamlink escape :w enter. Oh yeah, :wq enter, because I want to quit it. That's cool. Now what we're going to do is just do reboot. Now, if you're using Wi-Fi, you seem to get this problem. Well, I was getting the problem at least when I was doing this recording, that it couldn't download archive aborting update. You're getting that because the Steam Link is launching and then it's checking for updates, but it's doing this before your Wi-Fi is actually being able to connect. So you get this error that comes up. If I press OK, it's actually going to work fine. So there is a fix that we're going to do. It actually does load up fine, but I'm still going to press escape to get out of it. Now, apparently there is a fix here. So if we're getting that error, and that's probably because you're using Wi-Fi, what we're going to do, we're going to go here, we're going to go up to the top left-hand side, then we're going to go to the Raspberry Pi configuration. We're going to left-click that. It's going to open up, and what we're going to want to click here is the wait for network. And that's network at boot. And then we're going to press OK. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to see what happens. So we're just going to reboot the PC. So this is the reboot of the PC, and I selected the wait for reboot. You can see this time it's connected to Steam Link and we don't get that network error. We're going to click get started. I don't have any controllers connected to this one. With the other one, I do just have an Xbox One controller. It's connected via USB and it just picked up automatically. But for now, I'm just going to click skip and just use my keyboard and mouse. We're going to click continue. This is my PC that I have running and is also recording this. On my PC that is running Steam at the same time, I'm going to have to input the code that you can now see on that screen. So there's a little pop-up on my Windows PC. I'm going to now input the code 3507 and I'm going to press OK. It's now going to see the connection between the two. Again, I would recommend using Ethernet when you can from the Raspberry Pi to the router, but we'll see what happens anyway by using Wi-Fi. Alright, so it's not the best. I think when I'm using my connected one, it's like almost 100 megabits per second, which is pretty much ideal for what I'm wanting. It's a slow connection, so yeah, this isn't going to go well using over Wi-Fi. Once you open it up, it's going to start the remote play and it's going to open up on your PC. So your PC is going to run the games and the Steam is going to then stream it to your monitor or whatever you have it connected. Here you can see big picture mode. I have a Raspberry Pi set up connected via Ethernet to the router, and I'm just deciding to play some games with some terribly focused footage. It's kind of fun. For me, I am not seeing much latency at all and is perfectly acceptable to play at. My PC is on another level to the Raspberry Pi, but this allows me to now play my games downstairs. Hopefully we've got Steam Link working for you. If you enjoyed these videos, please hit like, subscribe, comment, and even give me recommendations for other videos that you'd like to see in the future.